Hey, I'm Marcello Rufrano, driver of the 88 SK Modified at Stafford Motor Speedway, and much talked about, this is my new shop. A lot of years we've been working out of the 3-car garage, out of the house. This off season we finally got ourselves a new shop. I know you guys all been dying to see it, and here it is. So basically, first thing when you walk in, this is kind of like the infotainment center. This is the first thing I bought for the shop when we moved in here. This is the rest of the pretty much a setup area. I mean, this is my DRP laser system that we also got, caster camber bars, all the stuff that you basically need for setup on modified, really. After the speakers, this was the second thing I bought. I kind of like old racing nostalgia, and this is part of it. I love the old Winston Cup logo, and I just felt like that needed to be in the shop. This is the 48. This is what we're going to be running for the Sizzler. This is the one we got the Open Win at in the Bud Light Open 80, and we honestly had a lot of faith in this car, and we haven't run it. And this is the Gen 2 car that I built at Robbie Fuller's facility during the off season last year. The latest and greatest. This is what we wanted to run this year, but after some talks, we felt like if we want to have the best chance to go out there and win, it was with the Troyer. Next, obviously, you'll see in the background, this is sort of the parts shelf, the shock shelf. Anything that will really need lubricant-wise, just some spare drive shafts, hubs, synthetic grease, clutch packs, third links. I mean, pretty much anything that we'll have on the race car. And upstairs, that's a lot of dry storage, if you want to come check it out. Obviously we'll have a lot more parts up here. I mean, these are all spare body panels off the 88 and some tires. That's the other body off of the Seminar chassis that we won, and then that's compressed air that we're going to run throughout the entire shop. Non-bolt spin, this will all be filled with all the hardware that we use on our race cars, all the nuts and bolts. The rear bench, this is where I'll go through all my rear end housings. So as you see right here, I was actually going through my Stafford rear that I was going to put in the 88. Just some engine parts over here. Obviously, not many people know, but my father used to work in a machine shop back in the day at Greco Machine. So me and my father actually do a lot of our own motors too, but we have had to do a lot of the machine work for our blocks and getting the clearances and all that straightened out, and we do a lot of the assembly too. So obviously I got a couple of trophies up as of yet. Oils that we use on our race cars when we're doing service during the week. And also over here, this is actually my uncle's box. We kind of commandeered it and we use it for pretty much all the racing stuff. This is all my electronics. I use all my cordless drills and whatnot. Just again, another setup area. It's where I keep all my wireless scales, my iPad where I do my scaling every week, some stagger tapes. Obviously, got engine stands over here. We have that capability now of actually doing it all in-house. So also another thing we wanted to have was obviously a welder. Welder's pretty important. A lot of stuff wears out, a lot of stressful parts on your race cars that'll, stress crack, break, fracture, break off. So that was something we wanted to have, especially if we want to fabricate something in-house. This is the 88. This is the one we won the 5K and the second race we won last year at Stafford. I already went and repacked the bearings. I've gone through all the Heims, all my suspension components, all my shocks and springs. Pretty much gave the chassis a deep clean. We went through this infield last year at Stafford a couple of times, so I wanted to make sure it was 100% clean. This is another thing I purchased before we also built the shop. I bought this from my local Snap-on truck that comes to the shop every week. This is something I really wanted, just to have my own personal box for working on my SK. And this here is chassis 100 that we won at the TFR seminar last year. I'm gonna get it ready eventually. Right now we're more focused on getting the 88 and the 48 ready. Might see some cool drivers behind the wheel. If not, this will be just, again, sitting duck for, God forbid we ever have a really bad wreck with the 88 and we can't get it ready in time, or we don't want to thrash during the week to get that thing ready. This will be ready to go. As of right now, it's what we got to work with. I'm happy we finally got it, and my mother's obviously happy to have her garage back. So yeah, I mean, that's really all there is, guys. I mean, this is hopefully where we're going to be chasing a lot of wins in the future, possibly some championships, you never know. But this is kind of the behind the scenes of my life, what we got going on for right now. And hopefully stay tuned. We got a lot more going on and a lot more cool stuff going down.